So we're going to be talking about how to create Facebook ads in the year 2021, 2022. 2021 is almost over and we're going to go into 2022, but this is how I learned how easy it is, simple, and how effective it is to make Facebook ads. A lot of people come out there and they make it seem like it's crazy impossible, very difficult, but honestly, if you keep it simple, keep that simple model process in your head, it is pretty simple, all right? So let me go ahead and I'm going to walk you through how to create simple ads on Facebook, all right? So the first thing that you want to go is you want to go into your Facebook Business Manager, right? This is not a course on how to create your profiles, how to connect pixels, how to do your events manager. I will be making other videos on that. So if you guys do want to learn how to step by step, go ahead and just subscribe. Click on that box, that notification, so you know when I actually pull it out. This is just going to show you how to create ads, all right? So assuming that you already have your business manager, you're going to have your ad accounts and then your business accounts, okay? I do have a couple of business accounts. I'm going to go ahead and just get into one of mine that I don't use as of right now so I can show you, okay? This is going to be examples. So let me get into my ads here. Okay, so you're going to go into your ads manager, okay? You're going to create a business. You're going to go into your business account, and then what you're going to want to do is this is going to be the page that you're going to come up to, okay? The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go and click on this green button, which is going to be create. We're going to create an ad, okay? First thing it's going to ask you is on your campaign, what do you want? What are you going to choose as far as your campaign? The way that I actually learned is, what is your end game? You got to think about it. What is your end game? Do you want conversions? Meaning, do you want people to buy the product that you're trying to promote? Are you trying to reach a video? Are you trying to have people watch your video that you just post? Are you trying to get engagement on a special Facebook page? You know, leads. What are you trying to do? Okay. For the majority of us, if you're running an e-commerce store, if you're an affiliate and you're promoting other products, you ultimately want leads that convert into sales, right? So you want to go into conversions, all right? Conversions is going to be what we want at the end game. Now let's go ahead and continue and click continue. Now we created our ad, okay? This ad is empty. We have our campaign, our ad set, and our ad. Now, when they explained this to me, the way they explained it from what a campaign is, campaign to an ad set to an ad is, let me go ahead and take this. I'm going to show you. So just think about it as, all right, so I'm basically just going to use my daughter's little drawing board here, okay? On the top, we have campaigns, okay? So we have campaigns. Okay, your main objective is going to be, and just think of this campaign as the drawer or an actual filing cabinet, okay? Inside the filing cabinet, when you pull out one of the cabinets, you're going to have your ad sets, right? Which are inside each file, and each file is going to have your ad sets, okay? Now, inside these ad sets, you're going to have your actual ads, what people are going to be seeing once they scroll on Facebook, on Instagram, right? And you could have 3, 4, 5 different ads that are inside these little ad sets, that go inside these ad sets. So you have your campaign on top, which is going to be your filing cabinet. When you open up a door, right? Each door, you have an ad set. And then once you go inside that actual filing door, you're gonna have little folders folders, right? Files. Inside those files, you're gonna have paper, which are going to be your ads. So just kind of think of it like that, all right? You're going to have your filing cabinet, right? Filing cabinet, and then inside those cabinets, you're gonna have your drawers. Well, inside these drawers, which are going to be your ad sets, you're going to have your files, okay? And in each files, you have papers in them, which are going to be your ads. I hope I'm not losing anybody. If I am losing you, let me just say it one more time, because it took me a while on how this actually worked. Okay, again, you have your filing cabinet. This is your campaign. And in your campaign, you're saying, we're going to be promoting, I'm going to pick a niche, and I'm just going to say, I'm going to be promoting products on dogs, right? I'm an affiliate, and I'm promoting dog products, right? Dog training videos, dog collars, leashes, whatever the case is. So this whole cabinet is going to be me promoting dog stuff. All right. Inside these cabinets are going to be my drawers, which are going to be my assets. So let's say this first asset up here is going to be, I'm going to promote, or I'm going to target people, because now we're going to tell Google, hey, my whole campaign is about dogs. Okay, cool. So they know that I have to target people who obviously like dogs, who like to go shopping, who are dog lovers, whatever. In this first ad set, or in this first filing cabinet, I'm going to target people who are, dog lovers, who love dogs, who love training, right? They're looking for stuff to train their dogs, obedience school. Those, what are they called? Like the chains, right? Just people who love their dogs, who are into like dog training, people who are looking up and searching for obedience schools, stuff like that. The second ad set down here, I'm gonna target people who are, let's say, who like puppies, okay? Who love puppies, puppy love, learning how to train your puppy on how to, pee on a pad, whatever the case is, right? Everything in this little ad set is about puppies. And let's say we have a third ad set, and on the bottom, we're going to target people who love to go shopping and buy stuff for their dogs, right? Their pets. They love to look at stuff that they love, collars, leashes. They love to go and shop at Petco, right? Which is a store for dogs, PetSmart, Chewy.com, whatever the case is. Okay, so you see how we have 3 different ad sets, and each one is different. The top one is all about dogs, obedience, training. The second one's going to be people who like puppies, pictures, learning about them. And then the bottom one are going to be people who love to go shopping at, for their pets at Petco, Chewy, PetSmart, dog collars, leashes, whatever the case is, right? These are your ad sets. Inside these ad sets, so now we have 3 ad sets, right? Inside these ad sets we're going to be making ads. These are the ads that people are going to be seeing on Facebook. And what we're going to do is we're going to be making 5 ads, since I did draw 5 circles, and these 5 ads, 1, 2, 3 sections are going to be all the same, okay? So we're going to be making, we're just going to use 3 just for this video purpose, so it's not crazy long. We're going to be making 3 ads, but these ads are going to be the same for each ad set. So that's how Facebook works, right? And Facebook is going to take whatever these people like, and they're going to see, oh, they like this picture into this section or whatever, all right? Okay, so now that we kind of explained what a campaign ad set and the ads are, let's go ahead and make a quick ad, okay? And we're going to be actually doing this with the dogs, right? Dog training, dog collars, whatever, okay? We're going to be doing that. So this new conversion campaign, remember, the campaign is going to be the filing cabinet, the huge filing cabinet, and we're going to be doing dog training, right? We'll just leave it at dogs, okay? I always like to put the date, which is the 19th, just so I know, 2021, just so I know when I actually created this, when it's actually going to go live, okay? Now, coming down, categories. We're not dealing with any credit cards, employments, housing, any of that stuff. We're actually going to be promoting dog products, okay? This is going to be an auction, basically meaning however much budget you have per day, they're going to auction against other people and see who grabs those ads, if that makes sense. Facebook says he's got a bunch of ads. This person's willing to pay $5 a day, $10 a day, $15, whatever, right? But they're going to auction, and it's not just based on money or how much you can pay, but they're also based on how good your quality is, right? Your rankings, right? Are your ads not spammy? They're going to look at all that. Are they spammy? Maybe this dude is, but maybe they're not. You're going to get rank over here. Do they have a good landing page? Is there any profanity, nudity, whatever, right? And they rank them to see, okay, this guy's better. We're going to actually have this guy's ads being shown and so forth. Coming down, A/B test / campaign optimization. A/B test basically means that you're testing obviously two ads, right? Two products. But Facebook is equally going to send money on both of them. They're going to send both of these out and see which performs more, right? Let's say you have $10 a day. They're going to split $5 on this one and $5 on this one and see which one actually does better. At the end of the day, you pick to see which performs better. Now, CBO is campaign budget optimization, meaning that you're basically giving Facebook the power. If you're putting $10 a day, you're basically telling Facebook, here's $10. You tell me which one does better from all my ads. Okay, so Facebook has control on which one it has. If you have 3 different ads, like we were talking about, they're gonna throw them out, and Facebook's gonna see which one does better, right? Oh, you know what? People over the age of 55 like the puppy one, right? So we're gonna throw more money at them so we can get more engagement, more reach. And that's the difference between those. I personally like to go CBO, campaign optimization, because that has actually worked for me in the past, okay? Now, as you start getting experience, as you start understanding a lot more as far as how to create ads, you can't go with A/B testing, okay? I have done some A/B testing in the past, but for me personally, as far as what I like, it's CPO. It always works out. Facebook learns and understands my audience and sees who likes this better, and I kind of move on with that, okay? So this is a campaign level. Remember, your shelf, your filing cabinet. We just told them, hey, this is gonna be for dogs. I'm gonna be promoting dogs. It's gonna be a CBO, which is campaign. I want Facebook to tell me which one has the best ads or which one does better, okay? And then we set our budget. Now, the budget, I like to start it at 10. Personally, I like to do 10, even when I'm starting new campaigns. Basically, it's what can you afford to pay, okay? Don't think of it on how much you're gonna make, but think about it, how much you're going to lose. How much can you actually lose per day, okay? Because ultimately, we are going to be losing money when you start learning. When Facebook, the pixel starts picking up and understanding who you're trying to target, it starts getting smarter, okay? How much are you willing to lose? Now, if you only have $5 a day, start with $5. If you can do a little bit more, start with a little bit more. Now, what is the difference, okay? If you start up with $5, obviously it's probably gonna show it to maybe 100 people a day, right? So you're only gonna get a little bit of data every day on what your ads are doing. Let's say you do $50 a day, right? That means Facebook has a lot more leeway and they could show it to a lot more people. So instead of just 100 people, they could show it to 10,000 people, right? You're gonna get more information back. That is how I learned and I understood, okay? If you were going to do, let's say if you were gonna spend $100, right, in total on your ads, right, that you're willing to lose because ultimately you can lose it, right? I would probably break it up in like $20 a day, if that makes sense, right? Because I want more data, I want data faster than instead of waiting for $5 a day, instead of waiting for a whole month to get my info back to see what it does. I'd rather get it in a couple days because I'm going to spend that $100 regardless, whether it's $5 a day for a whole month or $20 a day for 5 days, right? I'd rather get all that information in 5 days, see what works, what doesn't, actually dump the losers that spend too much money and not getting traction and get the good ones and have those progress and start scaling on those. That is how you kind of have to start thinking about it, okay? I personally always love to go with 10. Because that is one of like my magic number, if that kind of makes sense, okay? But it's all depends on how much you can afford to spend, okay? Let's go on to the next part. Now we're gonna get into the assets. Remember, filing cabinet, we already created it. We're gonna open up a drawer and that's gonna be your assets, okay? This asset, now we're going to be telling Facebook, hey, we have 3 drawers, right? The first drawer, which is our assets, we wanna target everybody, let's say in the US let's take that example that I rolled with. Everybody that's in the US that loves, that's looking for, searching for dog training videos, tips, obedience school, right? Dog commands, whatever. So this is, okay, so now we're gonna hold off on our name because this is how you're going to learn which one you're going to basically differentiate from all these, okay? Scroll down, conversions, okay? Ultimately, we told Facebook, hey, at the end, we want people to go through our links, through our websites and buy this product, okay? So now Facebook's telling us, hey, okay, where do you want to send them? I want to send them to my website. After they get off the ad from Facebook, I'm going to send them to my website where I have the products. Okay. Now, let me see. So this is another pixel. So I said this is an example. So this is a pixel and an actual account that I don't use right now. This is just for examples. Now, conversion events. Okay. You're again telling Facebook, telling them, what do you ultimately want? Do you want leads, purchases? You want, what else do they have? Add to cart, right? Add to cart, wish list. All these are for like e-commerce, right? So they know what's going on their website. I like to go with complete registration or with purchases, okay? Because ultimately that's what I want. I want people to ultimately go through my website and purchase the product, okay? That is what Facebook, you're telling Facebook what you want. Now I haven't set up my iOS on this section right here. That's why I'm getting this this warning, but of course you do want to set it up, especially in 2021, because now what's going on is Apple is sending information telling Facebook, hey, we're changing up our stuff. If you want to actually track everything that people do on their ads, if you want them to track everything well, you got to actually enter in all this information, which is basically verifying your domain, make sure you have your events managers, everything that's firing properly, okay? And it walks you step by step. It's really not too difficult. All right, coming down. Now, this is where we're going to set up our budget and our schedule. Every time you set up a budget, today's the 19th, you're always going to want to start it either the next day or whatever day early in the morning, okay? I always put it at 5 in the morning, okay? Local time. Why? Because Facebook, it's like you're telling Facebook, I think about it as like a little kid. You're giving $10 a day to this 10-year-old, okay? If you give $10 to this 10-year-old at 9 o'clock at night, what are they going to want to do? They're going to want to spend it right then and there, right? Well, who's up at 10 o'clock at night? Not a lot of people, compared to if you give Facebook in the beginning of the day and let them run through the whole day when people are actually online and they see your ads, right? You'll have better conversions. You'll have better numbers, right? So always start in the beginning of the day. Always start, if you want to do it the next day or whatever day you want it, but always start it in the beginning of the day. So you let Facebook kind of spread that $10 out throughout the whole day. You don't want to give it to them at 10 o'clock at night when like half of your customers are already sleeping in bed, not online, compared to if you give it to them in the morning. All right, coming down. So this is going to be where we're going to create our audience in this ad set. Remember, the first drawer, filing cabinet, we pull out the first top drawer. We want everybody that's in dog training, right? Obedience school, whatever. So I'm going to target everybody in the US. I personally have always had luck, good results from the US. You are more than welcome to do other countries, okay? I don't really explore with that just because that I found that on Facebook, a lot of people in the US have given me always good results, okay? Now, on ages, I always kind of like to start above 25. I like to do, personally, above 25 and above. Sometimes I go up to like 30, right? Let's do 33. Why? Because a lot of 18-year-olds are not really spending, because a lot of them, the majority, probably don't even have jobs. They don't have money, right? People who are already in their 30s, 33s, 40s, they already have established jobs. They have money, right, that they're able to spend. I don't want to waste my $10 on people that probably don't have jobs and stuff like that. Now, I'm not saying that they don't, but that's just, again, from my experience that I've learned, I get better results from the older crowd, depending, of course, what you're selling, what you're promoting. If you're promoting something that the young age, right? This new cool HID, LED light or lamp, whatever, right? The clouds, I remember they have the clouds and stuff. Obviously, an 18, 20-year-old is a lot likely to buy than a grandma or whatever, right? So kind of go off with your age. Who are you really targeting? I personally like to start off at 33, okay?
Sorry, could you say that?
No. All right, now this is where we're going to be coming down, improve detailed targeting, okay? This is where you're going to tell Facebook, hey, I want you to target these people, okay? So again, I'm gonna type in dog, okay? You're gonna type in dog, and then Facebook is going to give you suggestions and browsers that helps you out, okay? So you see, if I click on first one, you have 491 million people That is a lot of people. Generally, I like to keep my target audience between 1 and 10 million people. You see down here on the right-hand corner, if I just put in dogs, at that age, at age 33 to 65 plus, you have about 54 to 63 million people that they can target. Now, for $5 a day or $10 a day, that's a lot. That's very little money to target all those people to get that data, right? So we want to narrow it down. So I want people who like to go into dogs that also are, what are we talking about? Dog training, okay? Is this interest? Yep. All right, so see how it's kind of getting smaller? We're down to, or it looks like it actually went up a little bit higher, to tell you the truth, okay? So, okay, and then of course we start putting in. Now, if I wanted to further narrow it down, right, like a funnel, people who like dogs, but that also like dog training, that's also looking for obedience school, right? It's gonna get smaller and smaller. So I wanna define further, okay? I don't wanna exclude people, but I wanna define them. So let's go with, what did I say? Obedience. How do you spell obedience? I think I should have put dog. Obedience training. Let me put dog up here. Let me put it up on the top. And this is where you're going to be able to play around with it, okay? Don't think that just because you put in one word or whatever, it's not going to make sense, okay? This is where you're going to tell, as long as you get the general as long as you tell Facebook, hey, I want people who like this general idea, you're on the right track, okay, guys? So see how it further designed it and it went down to about 1 million to 1.4 million? That's actually perfect, okay? I'm totally okay with that. Because again, we're testing. We don't know what they like, what they don't like. Let's go ahead and do dog. Let's see what else was in dog training. Advice. Okay, so that's a little bit too small. You see that dog training with dog advice is 12,000. I don't want to go too down. Dog trainer, 17. Let's say you run out of ideas. Go to suggestions. Now that Facebook knows what you're looking for, look at how all these, actually they give you all these different ideas. Dog behavior, trainer, breeding, walking, dog grooming. Okay, let's see, rescue dogs. You know what? For this example, I don't want to go too crazy. I'm gonna keep it at this. I would actually try. I would test this the way it is. Dog training. People who are into dog training, dogs, and also looking into obedience training. I got 1.4. Okay, this is my first asset. Language. I'm only targeting U.S., so I'm gonna leave it at English. Right? That's the majority of people who talk here. All right, coming down to placements. Automatic placements versus manual placements. This is totally up to you guys. Again, okay? Automatic placements basically means that you're basically giving Google, you're giving the 10-year-old, right? 10-year-old $10 and you're telling them, hey, you decide what you want to do with it, okay? You're going to run with it. And this is where Google's going to see, okay, I'm going to put it out there and I'm going to see these ads, where do they do better? Do they do better on the news feeds? Do they do better on Instagram? Do they do better on the marketplace, on stories, whatever, right? Totally up to you. I have done both of them. But I always like to run with manual placements, especially if you're doing with a low budget, $5, $10, even $15 a day, right? I personally like to go with manual placements, and what I like to do is only do Facebook news feeds and Instagram. Why? Because I have seen that those are the best places. And Facebook's a little slow here, and I'm trying to. There we go. Article. See how all these places Facebook can put your ads? So since we don't have a huge budget, I always personally recommend Facebook news feeds and Instagram feeds. Why? Because this is where it has done very, very well for me. Okay? If you have a higher budget and you want to do the automatic placements, definitely shoot it. Go for it. You know? You don't know what works until it works. All right. Cool. So we're only doing placements. We're only doing Facebook placements, and we're done. Whoop, nope, we're not done, okay? Remember how in the beginning I said we're going to change this name? So this we're going to name dog training, okay? So this is people who are looking for dog training, obedience, right? And our dog lovers, right? That way, I know Okay, look on the left-hand corner. My top one is a campaign. So this whole campaign is about dogs. Inside the filing cabinet, the top drawer, it's people who like dog training, obedience school, right? And then of course we go down to our ad. So we did all that. We're gonna go on to next. Now we're gonna go into our ad. As you open up that filing cabinet, right? You have files and your papers. These are gonna be your ads, okay? Okay, so let's go ahead and just throw it back. So look at my digging dogs. I still have my page there. So let's go back. Filing cabinets, your campaign. Hey, you're telling Facebook, hey, you know, I want to sell products from dog products, dog training, dog collars, whatever, okay? They're going to go to this filing cabinet about dogs, and they're going to pick out that ad set, and they're going to pick, and that's now where we're going to have our ads in there, okay? So coming down, let's go ahead and come down, and these are okay, so one very important thing that I have to mention is in order for you to run Facebook ads, you have to create a Facebook page and connect it with it, okay? You have to, it will not let you, just like right here in this area, identity, okay? You have to pick a Facebook page. These are my Facebook pages that I have, okay? And I'm gonna run with Digging Dogs because I promote dogs. That is why I know and understand. That's why I'm kind of going a little bit quicker on this because I've already done my search, okay? I have a Facebook page about Digging Dogs where I promote dog products, training, obedience, collars, product, whatever, right? So this is what you're gonna have to do, okay? If you don't, go and create a page, okay? That way you can connect it. All right, now we're gonna create the actual ad, what people are going to see, okay? We're gonna create an ad, and there's different ways you can create one. By a single picture, a video, a carousel, or a collection, okay? I personally have found that videos and images have done great for me. They have worked wonders, all right? And I'm just gonna pick a couple from here, okay? You're gonna add media. Now there's different places that you can actually pick up pictures, okay? You could either go to, let me show you, you can either go to Canva. Canva is an awesome place to go, okay? To go pick out stock videos, to pick out videos, pictures, whatever the case is, right? Come over to Canva. I go to presentation because it's 16 by 9. You're gonna create your Canva. If it's, my computer's a little slow here. Come up to elements, and let's go ahead and put in dogs, right? Dog training, okay? Let's go to photos and check it out. What you want on your photos, on your pictures, on your images, you want it to stand out. You want it to pop. Just think about it. People are scrolling on Facebook. You have to find a way for them to stop, right? So they can see your video. They can see the picture and the image is going to be what's going to stop on your ads. The description and title is what's going to make them click on your ad and go on to your website, okay? But so you're picking out something, and don't make it too complicated, okay? This is going to be something simple, something that you'll be able to pick, okay? Don't spend too much time on this. I've learned the longer you spend, the more worse the images are, okay? For example, I think I picked this one out one time. I remember I picked this one out. Check it out, dog training, right? We're talking about, we're gonna be promoting dog training. But what I did was, I actually edited this image. It looks like a simple image, but what I did, and I've noticed that it actually has been working well for me, is, let me see, let me find it. Color mix. I changed it up. If I actually just add a little Arctic blue in here, there it is. If it wants to go, see how that's a game changer? You basically see what it is, but if you're scrolling and you see something dark blue, it's gonna make you wanna stop, right? And I actually picked one of these out. So let's say, and I'm just for time reasoning here, I'm going to, where are my pictures? They're not here, okay? I guess I don't have them here. I guess I gotta go to my other one. So let's go ahead and just add it in. I'm gonna go ahead and apply this color because I like it, right? We're gonna download it. Once it downloads, images they're not as long compared to videos. But as it comes up, this is where we're going to be adding the video or the image, okay? Let's go ahead and add image. Let's go ahead and upload. And we're gonna go into downloads, all my downloads here. Let me see where it's at. There it is. So what I've learned on Facebook when you're creating ads, it is slow. This thing is just super slow. And I remember in the beginning, it really just annoyed me on how slow it was. And after a while, I started to pick up. I'm like, okay, that's just what it does. It takes a while, okay? So down on the right, you can see how it looks on preview, okay? Now, what I always like to do, I just kind of ran through it right now. I always put the picture in, what you recommended, what looks better, and then what you want to do is you want to edit the media, okay? What looks better for your pictures? Original, what it's recommended, right? Because what it says is what it's recommended is maybe this video can fit on all your stories, your feeds, your articles, your marketplace, whatever, okay? Which one looks better overall? I personally like the original, and you kind of see here how it looks, okay? Now, primary text. People are going to, just imagine you're scrolling and you see this picture right here. You're going to want to stop, okay? Now, primary text, okay? Primary text, you want to actually have something that is an eye catcher, but you don't want it to deceive them, okay? You don't want to say, click on this, whatever, to find out, to find out who Kim is dating or something, right? That's kind of one of those like naive. It's a lot of Facebook has a lot of rules, very sensitive on stuff that you can actually say. But what I do is I kind of like to have the audience, my follower, whatever, a little curious, okay? What I like to say is, something like, something like this, right? Stop doing this to your dog, okay? Oop, let's see what's going on. Looks like we messed something up. All right, looks like it didn't like it. Okay, see how it's kind of like how it says that it can't really pick it up. So I'm gonna go back to edit video. Oh, I'm sorry, edit. Let's see, let's try horizontal. This is where you just gotta play with it. It's not a specific, see how something works and something doesn't? Nothing's really specific. This is where you get to play with it, with your audience, with your pictures, with your videos. See what works, what doesn't work, okay? All right, headline. Let's see, let's go with, there we go. Let's go with headline. Let's say, let's go with intelligence, if I know how to spell that right. Okay, so just something that's an eye catcher. So I'm gonna kind of scroll down so you can kind of see, okay? So if you're scrolling, just kind of pretend you're the actual viewer, the customer, you're scrolling, hey, the blue catches your eye and it makes you stop. Now you look at the headline, stop doing this to your dog. Punishment is not the way, okay? That kind of makes the person think, if they like dog training, it's like, man, maybe punishment is not the way. Maybe there's another technique, right? Dog training strategy, techniques, okay? So let's see, you know what, I like this one, and see how I'm kind of playing. I'm just kind of playing with this. Let's throw this guy down here. This is optional details. Now what does it look like? Unlock your dog's intelligence, right? Your dog has an intelligence. Yeah, I want to see what it is, right? It builds curiosity. That is what you want. You want people to stop the image. People stop on your ad because of the image. They read your text, and because of your text and your messages, they'll click on your ad, right? I want to learn more. They're going to click on it, and they're going to continue through. That's basically all you got to do right here, okay? And then, of course, your website. Where is your training? Where is your website that you're going to go to? After they click on your ad, where is your website, right? Man, I cannot spell. There we go. That's going to be my website. After they click on my ad, it's going to send them straight to my website if I know how to actually type, okay? Learn more, you can change it here from learn more if you want to say order now, listen. I personally like to learn, okay? And then you're tracking. This is where your pixels are going to be to make sure that, hey, all this information is going to be from this pixel. Again, I'm not going through these, how to set up your pixels, how to set up your events, your codes, your tracking, any of that stuff. It's going to be in these other videos. This is just to kind of show you how your ads are. And again, my stuff's not working because this is actually just like an example on this. And that's basically all you really have to do. Check out how simple it is, how easy it is, okay? Again, let's go ahead and go back. On the top, you have your filing cabinet. As you go into your filing cabinet, the top shelf is going to be people who like dog training, and inside there are going to be your ads, which is going to be your ads, okay? Now, let's say I want to quickly duplicate this. All right. Okay. Now, I'm just kind of going a little quick right here in a bit, just so I don't waste none of your time. I'm going to make 2 more videos. So you saw how I quickly duplicated it, meaning I duplicated exactly everything that I did on number 1, and it gave me the exact same information. So all I really have to do is just change the photo because I'm testing different stuff. All right. So let's see, do I have any more pictures? There we go. I think this one was one as well. There we go. Here's another one. Recommended, done. All right, so that was number 2. Okay. Now let's go with, and this is where I name them. I like to name them at the end. So red dog background. Just for me to know and understand what that ad is. And we're going to go to number 3, right? I like to do 3 videos. I like to do either 3 pictures, 1 video, 2 pictures, 1 video, depending on your budget. And you're seeing that I copied the first one and made 2 more exactly the same. All the information, the text, the title, my website, everything, the picture. All I have to do is go in each one, delete the picture, and change the picture to see which one does best in this ad set. And let's go ahead and, let me see. I think I got this one as well. All right, there we go. So I'm gonna change this as painting dog with finger, okay? And that sounds weird, but to me, I understand what that is, okay? So back up, I just did it really quick right now, but again, our campaign in our dog train, and I know I keep saying this because the more you hear it, the more you hear it and listen to it, the more it's gonna make sense. In our filing cabinet, we're talking about dogs. We pull out the first shelf and it's talking about nothing but we're gonna target audience that love dog training, obedience schools, videos, all that stuff, okay? And we're gonna be showing them these 3 ads, okay? The first one is going to be the blue dog, right? The background. We're gonna catch their eye and we're gonna see if they like this one. we're also going to show them now a red background, right? A dog, okay? And then this third one is going to be red dog painting. See which one actually captures them, to see which one they like a lot better, okay? Same information. I just literally duplicated it. I hit these three buttons. I quickly duplicated it and I made 2 more with all the same information, right? Still the same Facebook page, pictures, ad, the same text, right? Because it just duplicated it. I just literally changed the picture to see what it is. Now what I'm gonna do is, that was the first shelf. Now I'm gonna go down to the second ad set, which is the second shelf, okay? And in this second shelf, we're gonna be talking about puppies, all right? So what do I wanna do? I wanna copy and duplicate the ad set, okay? Meaning I wanna take this whole information with all of these ad sets and create another shelf, the second shelf with all of these, okay? So now I'm gonna go into my ad sets and I'm gonna duplicate this. If it goes, there we go. So we're gonna go ahead and duplicate it. Okay, I hope I'm not losing you guys. If I am losing you, please let me know down in the comments and I could explain a little bit more, but I like to continue to say and repeat the same thing. So you see that all of this second one is going to be copies. Okay, second, this is the shelf. This is my filing cabinet. The first filing cabinet, the first filing shelf is talking about people who are dog training, okay? And it has these 3 ads in them. Now this second one, now from the first one, now we went down to the second one. This one, we're gonna change the ad sets. We're gonna change the narration, the targeting, and we're gonna target puppies. Okay, so I'm gonna come down here and I could change the ages, but I'll leave the ages, and I'm gonna remove all of this because I don't wanna target the same people with the same ads. You're just wasting money, okay? I wanna actually target puppies, okay? People who are into puppies. Maybe these ads are going to do better with people who love puppies, right? They're trying to train. I think I saw puppy love down here. Okay, let's take it a step further and let's say an also match. So people who like puppies, who are in puppy love, let's go ahead and see what kind of suggestions they give us. Well, that's not the right suggestions. I think I gotta put in, let's see, puppies, puppy bowl, chow. I'm not really feeling any of this. Let's see puppy training, okay? Maybe there's something. Nothing. Oops. Let's go with puppy lovers. See what it gives me, right? I'm just kind of playing with it. Again, there's no right and wrong answer. I'm playing with it back and forth to see what's up. So from here, I'm only getting about 544,000 up to 640,000. To me, that's actually a little bit small. I don't really like that small. Let's go ahead and change it up, where I'm gonna delete puppy love up here, but I'm gonna add it up. I'm gonna add it down here. Maybe it might give me something different. Okay, see how I'm down to 4 million to 5? I'm pretty sure if I put puppy lovers, it's gonna kind of come down. So look, it gave me about 4.5 to 5.6. See how when you just change the interest to the additional interest, it changes up the numbers, okay? You're basically telling Facebook is a 10-year-old little girl and she has no idea what to do. You're telling him what you want him to do. So what I'm telling them is, hey, this is going to be about puppies, okay? Puppy loves, puppy lovers. So my ad set, okay? Still, I want conversions. I want them to send them to my website for purchases, okay? I want it to start on the 20th, which is the next day at 5 o'clock. Remember, we copied everything from the first one. We just changed the target audience, okay? From the United States. And we're only targeting people who are interested in puppies, puppy lovers, right? Anything that has to do with puppies, okay? And from this, it's saying it's got about 5 million people, and that's a perfect audience. Remember, you want to stay between 1 to 10 is my number. I love that. I love that number. Now, if you're actually a little bit higher, up to the 20, 50 million, that is okay, right? You're still testing. That's the biggest thing that we're trying to test, okay? English, and I still want to put it under manual placements because we didn't change anything, okay? Now, again, let's start off from the beginning, right? This is my filing cabinet. On the top shelf, I'm talking about top asset, which is my asset. It's talking about narrating people. It's got people in here that's talking about nothing but people with obedience school, training dogs, right? Whatever. All this is dog training, dog stuff. On the second shelf on the bottom, it's talking about people who love puppies, right? People that love puppies are lovers, puppy lovers, whatever, but it's still showing all the same ads, right? I'm trying to see what connects with these people, okay? So we have two assets, okay? Two assets with all these three ads. Now, see how it's starting to get faster and easier? Now that I'm finished with ad set number 1, ad set number 2, I'm gonna go ahead and create the third ad set, and I'm gonna come up to that ad set, quickly duplicate. It's got all the information. It takes longer in the beginning because you're putting all that information, but now you're everything's going a lot faster, okay? So this is going to be my copy. This is going to be the third ad set. And this one, we're going to, what do we talked about? Dog shopping, right? Dog. Well, let's go ahead and go through it. Let's go ahead and take our audience. So again, this is our third ad set. So I'm deleting our entire audience because I want to actually put people who are into dog shopping. Let's see if anything comes up. No. Let's go with, I'm gonna actually put in brands. Let's go ahead and put in brands, right? From dog stores, Petco, check it out. Petco employees interest, perfect. People who like or are interested in Petco, right? Who also PetSmart and interest, okay? Let's go with Chewy.com, right? Check it out. There's a Chewy right here. So now I'm targeting people who like pet stores, right? Pet products. See how it's 29 million and 34? Let's go ahead and narrow this down. So now that I want to narrow people that like these type of stores, but also like, let's try dog collars, right? Let's see if dog collars comes up. Oh, collars. Yeah, look at that. Okay. See how it's kind of going down my audience? Let's try dog leashes. Does that have something? Let's see. No. Let's just try leashes. Let's see what we get on that. Okay, so leashes. It's a little small, but let's try that out, right? Let's try what else, right? This is just kind of coming out of my mind. This is kind of popping up. Let's do one more, and let's just do dog food, right? People, let's see. So we got about 41. It's probably going to jump straight up, okay? So 22 million. I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay, so in this ad set, we're talking about dog collars, leashes, food, and then we're talking about Petco, right? PetSmart, and so forth. So once again, so see how easy and crazy simple it is? We're about 40 minutes into this video here, but this is how you create ads, an ads campaign that's going to save you money, okay? Again, the top shelf, filing cabinet. You pull the first shelf out. Well, it changed it. First shelf out, and inside here, Facebook's gonna target nothing but people who shop dog collars, leashes, like Petco, Chewy, whatever, right? Inside all these, Facebook's gonna show those three ads that we showed. We're gonna show them to all these people. See which one they like better, right? Which are these three ads. The second shelf on the bottom, it's going to be targeting people on dog training, people who are interested in dog training, obedience school, commands, whatever, right? And it's going to show the same three ads to see which one these people like. And the third shelf on the bottom is talking about puppies, okay? And it's going to show the same three ads. Out of that information, you're showing those three ads. You have three different ads, 9 in total, 3, 6, 9, right? Out of those, once you let it run for a couple days, right? 3 days the minimum, right? You're going to see which one does better. Well, on the top one, which was people who like dog food and leashes and Petco, they really like this red ad, right? I got a lot more people, and you're going to be looking at your analytics to see which one does better. Well, there's a huge percentage. A lot of people like this ad. All right, you're going to pull this ad from this one. You're going to put it aside. Let's say from the second ad set, right? Maybe from people who are in dog training, they really like the painting dog, right? They dig this one. So you're going to pull that one out, right? And then from the third ad set, you have puppies. Maybe that one, a lot of people like the red one too, right? So you're going to pull that one out. So now instead of having 9 ads, you said which one was the best. You pulled out 3 of them. So you went from 9 to 3. And now you're going to be testing these 3 ads, right? And you're going to see which one does the best. And you're going to continue to do that. And that is how you're going to get your costs down. Meaning you're not going to spend as much, but you're going to get the amount most. You're going to get a lot more leads and purchases with spending less, if that makes sense, right? That is how you take it. That is how you create Facebook ads. Simple, easy. That's how they explain it to me. And I continue to keep going over it because the more you hear it, the more it's going to actually get into your head and your brain. Super simple, okay, guys? That's about it on how to create ads. The last thing that you got to do is make sure that I go through it, right? Make sure that your website is good. You didn't type it, right? I didn't check it just because of this video. I don't want to spend so much time, but make sure your URL where you're gonna send them, your website is good. Make sure that your words are good, right? Your pictures, make sure that they all fit. Make sure everything's not good. You don't have any red warning signs or anything. And then all you gotta do down here is hit publish. Boom, you let Facebook take over. You basically told Facebook, which is a 10-year-old girl, here's $10. I'm going to give you $10 a day. Show these ads to these 3 ad sets, to these people. And then you come back and you tell me which one does better. And then I pick the 3 best. And from those 3, I'm going to see which one does better. And I'm going to continue to run for it, right? Boom, mind blown, right? If you guys have any questions, if you guys don't understand it, write down in the comments. If you guys haven't subscribed, I will be pulling out more information and showing you guys more training on how to create Facebook ads. I'm going to go into detail on pixels, event manager, how to set everything up on the back end, all right? All this stuff, but this was a simple, quick video on how to do ads, okay? Definitely check it out. We'll see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace.